right, here we got a 2019 International School Bus, which I told y'all I drive for a living, but I would love to convert one of these into a camper. I don't want to buy a camper. I want to turn one of these into a camper. A DIY, do it yourself. I'm a pretty good carpenter and a really good builder, a very good mechanic, and electronics technician. So I would love to deck one of these out. You can see the instrument cluster here. Okay, you have your transmission levels. You have the DEF, which it takes DEF fluid because it is diesel engine. You have your oil pressure gauge, your water pressure, your RPMs. You already know how fast you go. And you have your voltage, your fuel, and 2 air tank gauges on there on your right, which they top off about 120, around about 120 psi. And it is equipped with air brakes. Okay, we're going over here. You have your intercom, which I would hook up a better system, some different speakers, so it'd be a lot louder, depending on what you want to broadcast. I would remove the Pioneer CD player and probably put a Kenwood or something in there, and a couple TV monitors would go throughout here. And on here you have your engine brake, okay, what you all call your Jake brake. It's an engine brake. It slows the vehicle down without you hitting the brakes and without you having to downshift. It is equipped with your cruise control. You set it, cruise throttle on, okay, and here is your to enable off-road. If you do not have any traction, it will enable that opposite wheel of the drive wheel to kick in, and it'll be somewhat like a not four-wheel drive, but it'll give you some more traction. Okay, and this is the regen button. You would hit that only when the vehicle is in park and the brake is applied, and park would be neutral. There is no parking gear, so it would be neutral, park brake right there. That's your park brake. So if the brakes fail, this thing can roll because it's in neutral. So you would always keep your wheels curved to your sidewalk. All right, so if you ever had to regen the vehicle, like I said, you would just hit the regen switch. Mostly it takes up to like a half hour. This is the stairwell. There are no holes in this stairwell. I love the handle there. I would keep that handle original. And up here, you would not be able to look up over the seats. So look, so when you come up here, you will not be able to look up over the seats if I turn this into a camper, because I would have a wall here. And then there would be some seating right here. I would change these seats out, and then there would be another wall, and you still wouldn't be able to look back. Okay, there's a compartment up there. I would deck that compartment all out. It would be really nice. I would definitely leave these old school fans here. They're not old school, but they're fans that are made from Bergstrom for this vehicle, and there's 2 of them. Forget about the camera. I would have my own surveillance in here. This comes with the vehicle because it does belong for school students. All right. Now we scroll on back to the back. Here is what it looks like. You have, let's count the seats, people. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 seats. Okay. And 12 on the opposite side. So 12 and 12 makes what? 24 seats. All right. And they want to say that it is, you can do 3 a seat if the passengers are small, but if they're adult sized people that you're transporting, it would be 2 a seat. And then you do the math. 48 seats, 2 in each seat. All right. So I hate when these windows get put down here. All right, and up here, I would actually remove this. Knowing me, I'll probably put a disco light right there. And I would turn this emergency door that you see here That lock there, that's a pretty cool lock, but I would put a more secure lock on there, which it can be secure. Is if this vehicle was in park and that deadbolt down there was over, you can't get in the back of this bus. And then you would lock the front with the key. So you can't get in these buses if you wanted to. Unless you break a window, you don't want to do that. So, but this here, I would put a new style handle on here, a deadbolt. That's your deadbolt. This is the locking handle. I would change the locking handle and the whole door completely, and I would go with something like some kind of steel door, not aluminum, some kind of steel door, but not too heavy. And I would get the door coated so that it does not rust. And I would have, so up front, I would leave one row of seats. So 2 seats would stay in this. And while the 2 seats are staying in this bus, I would rip all these seats out of here. That's right. I'd rip all these seats out of here. And I would go with starting to do the floor. And what I would do to the floor is get the floor insulated. And once the floor is insulated, then I would go lay down my hardy board. And then I would start to put some kind of towel in here. Some ceramic towels would go on the floor. And the ceramic towels would be not too heavy, even though this thing can hold some weight. These are your wheel wells. You would have to work around these, which once these seats are out of here, you could pretty much see it. If these seats were out of here, let me turn around and show you all this. There would be so much room in this thing if the seats were out of it. So if the seats were out of this, there would be so much room. Absolutely. Up here, I would put a skylight. Okay, instead of these emergency hatches, I would ditch the emergency hatches and put skylights up. Now, as far as these windows, I do love the fact that it has all these windows on here. Now, for those that like to change the look of the camper from a school bus to a camper, a lot of people just go on ahead and they close off the windows from the inside with walling. But I really like that lighting coming in. So I would have a section of these where they would stay windows, okay? And I would not take out these windows and have just a wall, because then you still have the window look on the outside, which you could do that. But I would come up with some kind of concept to where I would have some lighting coming in, which lighting coming in would be amazing. It would keep it nice and bright in here. And then you would have somewhat lighting in your living area or your sleeping area. And most people will put their sleeping towards the back. That is totally up to you. You can have, and I do not want no running water in this. It would not be that type of camper. It would be like, okay, I'm going to go crash. I'm going to wake up. I mean, I don't know, maybe some kind of, no, you could actually just go and use a restroom somewhere. This would be like a showroom camper. Like I said, I would have to see how I would have to run the bathroom. Because to run the bathroom, then you got to have hoses and your sewage and all that got to be disposed of the proper way. So we won't go there with that. We will just keep it straight camper, no water, no running water, nothing like that. We'll just have to go to a campsite. That's what I'll do. So what I would do is the passengers, whoever I'm trailing with me, we would all just have to go to a campsite and use the campsites that are equipped with showers and restrooms, which isn't hard. All right. And I'll show you what the floor looks like when these seats are out. If these seats came out, you see these bolts? Those are the bolts that have to come out. And there are 8 bolts a seat. So 2 here, 2 on this side makes 4, duh. And over there, but they're up on the top. So not on the ground, they up on the top. This thing is really good and really good in warm temperatures, and it runs really good when it's cold. You just have to heat them up because once again, it's a diesel powered vehicle. It holds a decent amount of weight. These emergency handles, I'll show you these up close. you would pick this off and they open up. That's how they open up, but it should have opened up by now. I'll show you another one. Let's see if this one opens up. Well, they put a screw in that one. But they do swing out. Actually, they do. So you would do this. That is how the emergency windows open up. And I would do something totally different, but I would keep the window. I would probably swing the window upward, like a Lamborghini style. So it would pretty much go like that, swing out. Unless I thought that might be cool. Once again, I'd have to have one of these, gut it out, and then go ahead and start building. You know, the demolition of one of these from the insides out would be amazing. Like inside thrown outside on the ground and then start rebuilding. So this is the front of this cockpit. It would look totally different if I got my hands on this thing. Yes, it would. Really nice engine. This International, it runs really well. A lot of people like Freightliner, but I have no problem with operating this. It's not an air ride seat. Equipped with a fire extinguisher, which your camper would have a fire extinguisher. Okay, this is the seat. I would get an air ride seat in here. Air ride seats, I love those when I drive front loaders or garbage trucks. They got the air ride seats, or the triaxle dump trucks. They got air ride seats, which is pretty cool. All right, this is a comfortable ride. And what I would leave in here, people, is this. Watch your step. Yep, I would leave that in there. I would leave some classic school bus look to it. Which the ceiling would have to be insulated. And I really want to leave the arc of the ceiling in here. A lot of people change that and flatten it out, and then it leaves little room, which means if you short, you wouldn't have no problem with walking through here. So I would leave this open on the top, you know, the arced dome. We can get away with that. That's pretty cool. It would leave more room, but I would find some material that does go with the roof that can add some insulation. So there will be insulation on the walls, the sidings of this bus, as long as the windows were blocked off, and I just put walls up so insulation would go there, and insulation definitely gonna go on the floor. Thanks for watching, y'all. See y'all on the next video. Get this video a thumbs up, and please donate to the channel. I keep telling y'all, Trey57 is definitely trying to get one of these and turn it into a camper. And I told y'all see me in a city near you. There's no joke about that. Love y'all. Stay blessed.